like a couple of stage techs who are just testing the stream right now.
Yeah.
Like they wear black to keep from people randomly noticing them when they're walking around backstage.
They're used to holding the boom mic.
Yeah.
But this is like
somebody gave them controllers. They're just like, hey, this game looks pretty fun.
I think this is a little bit of tension, right, between these two.
I don't know.
I feel like they've shared words before. I do know Westballz is like what? He's old SoCal royalty. Fiction these days is almost like new SoCal royalty after his return.
Well, this is a Game of Thrones. Live or you die. Or win or you die. Well, it's the same thing.
A lot of people die.
Yeah. I never understood why anyone wanted to be king in that show.
Yeah.
Like the only job in that show with higher mortality, like higher workplace death than being the king was being the hand of the king.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Everyone wanted it.
The closer to the throne, it's like the worse you are off.
Yeah.
No king was like, and then he lived happily ever after.
No.
Well, I guess season 8, but
yeah, that's kind of what it's, honestly, that's kind of what it's like when you're trying to be on top in a highly competitive region. You're like, okay, I'm here. And now you just have everyone coming after you. Everyone gets to study your matches. And the worst part is, a lot of the time in your region, no one cheers for you. Because now everyone just wants to see you lose.
I was thinking about that. I was talking about that about Ginger. It's like the same thing, right? Because he goes to his locals now, and everyone's like, well, you're top dog. We were rooting for you, but now we kind of want you to lose here. Out of region, we love you.
Yeah.
But here, if you could just lose to our local players, that'd be great.
Yeah, so anyhow, we've got a decently even game. I feel like Westballz just needs one clean opener, shove Fiction off stage. But unfortunately, as long as you've got position on the other guy, then you kind of have infinite health.
Whew. And roll in shine.
Ooh.
If it's not broke.
Westballz nearly found him with that shine, just dipping into the forward B.
Making this edge guard a lot harder than it has to be, I think.
He really wants to try and cover, like, any kind of high recovery.
Yeah.
As a result, Fiction keeps getting the edge.
Ooh, blessed by the direction. It seems like he's almost too willing to stay center stage. And like sometimes going out there makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Or holding ledge at least.
The biggest issue, I would say, is that since Fox can just be invincible from edge while attacking you, that option is not quite as strong against him from a strategic perspective as it would be in other matches.
It makes sense, right? Because if you let him have edge, then you not only let him recover, but let him be invincible during the stage maneuvers.
Westballz kind of dropping what feel like they should be fairly flowchart punishes for him. And Fiction just kind of, he's politely waiting his turn.
He stands in line like a good chaperone.
Yeah. Just waiting for the bartender to make eyes with him so we can finally order.
Fiction just moving 2 feet away.
Ooh, Westballz, nice little sequence there, but Fiction ready with the counter shine. You might as well be throwing it out. Either that or you're getting hit.
One spacey patented combo to finish this.
Yeah, and it's going to work for either of them. Fiction setting up juggles, chasing Westballz around. That wake-up shine not quite working.
What is that?
I think he's still living. Is he really going to... I think he was really thinking about stalling for Randall there.
I mean, he might have been able to get it, right? It's 5, right? He's a second off.
Yeah. Sort of. It's 5.0000.
Yeah.
So you see like the 5 and you think he's going to be there, but not really. But close game 1. And
Ty can tweet out at home if he would have hit it with one more shot stall. But I will say, I think that happened because he got that weird recovery option. With like the fall down, he skipped ledge, and he was like, I'll just do a short side B. It's really laggy. Kind of gave Fiction an opportunity there.
Yeah. But woulda, shoulda, coulda, you know.
Still last stock, still clearly capable.
Yeah, and there were 1 or 2 moments where Westballz wasn't quite finding his punishes, and we saw that last stock just completely changed off a 1 grab from Fiction. Fiction finding his punishes, biding his time, DIing well so he's not eating any bad deaths.
Yeah.
Recovering well too, got the shorten on deck. And he's got, the one thing I'm worried about as far as this counter pick goes on Westballz end is that all the room to DI is just going to add more time to Fiction's life. Whereas he's going to get to chuck Westballz off the stage kind of whenever he wants. He gets to throw him to the side platforms, kick him, and then hunt him down. Plus, he's still getting early. He's getting early kills anyhow off the top relative to how long Falco would like to live. So he's dying off the top and side still. But
yeah, you definitely have to, if you give yourself an opportunity, you need to close it out, as Westballz here.
Yeah. Well, Westballz does also have the room to try and control Fiction's movement with lasers. Which which it's kind of interesting to see West like play the long game, fire the gun a tiny bit more, and look for something comfy.
I think he's made a very deliberate change to his gameplay over the past couple years, and it's probably made a negative effect on his tournament results, but long term, it'll be more beneficial, I believe.
Yeah.
Too slowed down.
Sometimes you got to go down to go up. Ooh.
Yeah, you wrote about that.
Little bit of laser tag right there. I'm liking it.
I remember the wobbles.
Yeah, that's actually
hypothesis on wobbling.
Yeah, that's
go down.
It's like one of my most popular posts ever, which is kind of surprising. But anyhow, more about the game.
Yeah.
More about the game. Oh, sharks that out.
Oh!
Just traps Westballz with that up smash.
That was like a tech trap almost.
Ooh, rapid fire. Westballz keeping him grounded, but it might not actually be the best option, because if you're doing a rising aerial that sends them down, they can recover before you can. They can get their footing in neutral. You get a lot of damage, and damage is good. Hey, dude, bro, calm down.
This is my side.
Just telling each other to shush. Oh, that pivot grab from Fiction.
And Westballz has been very deliberate about not getting into Fiction's grab space for the most part. All of his aerials are like just a foot away.
Yeah. So I guess it's telling that the big grab Fiction got right there came off of a roll.
A read.
Ooh. Yep. Shoves Fiction down. I kind of would like to see something like, just a little short hop back air. Reverse hit, push him forward, try and game him off the stage. But Westballz has really been opting for ground slam and then try and control from there. It's been his big thing. Good. God, these guys are moving. It's like neither of them want to get into the Cypher, though. You know?
Yeah.
Like they're both just kind of standing with each other's homies, just sitting out on the outside like, yo, you go first. No, you first, man.
Oh, and I get it from Westballz. You don't want to blow a 2-to-1 stock lead.
At the same time,
you got to do something. You got to actually hit him, right? To win. I believe that's how the game works.
Yep. Boom, just waits it out. And I'm loving the crouch, too, because he's saying, go on, get up attack. I'm just going to watch and see where you go.
0% Falco when you're knocked down.
Yeah, just hold down.
One of the worst spots to be in.
I feel like Fiction might have had survival DI opportunity there. He was only at like 100.
He was shaking his head after. So
yeah,
I
he went
think
all the way across the stage. Just a depressing trajectory. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Sometimes I have trouble keeping up with all the fast movement, so when they just use the same move over and over again, it makes it easier for me.
Slows down the game.
Yeah. Even if it's fast, it's like
even if you miss one,
yes,
you still do the same. You still do the same moves.
About. Just blue shapes. That's all I want right now. Or up throws. This is cool. Don't you get tired of having to memorize complicated combos? If it's all the same move, it's...
If you miss one, they're probably just doing the same thing anyway.
Yeah, no biggie. Whoop. A little surprised not to see soft bear there. I feel like at this kind of percentage, it's probably better than fair, but at the same time, Fiction probably knows more about Fox than me. Just a guess. Whiff into whiff, punish.
So he went for drill grab, right? And then got spot dodged? Is that one of those situations where drill has to hit on like that bottom part of it?
Yeah.
And it's very hard to time as a player.
Yeah, one of the things that players rely on to make sure that it is safe all the time is the fact that you're often short hopping into it or descending with it.
Yeah.
And you can kind of control the same timing every time. But when you're ledge hopping with it, the multiple taps can change when your fastball kicks in. It makes it really awkward to ensure that you're connecting it. That said, Fiction is winning.
Yeah, Westballz kind of gave away that life. Maybe a little too fancy to just side B on stage. Also maybe a blunder.
Dang, some of these custom combos from Fiction are actually filthy, just shoving Westballz all the way to the side. I think he had like one little maneuvering flub, or else he might have been able to prolong that edge guard and all that control. Oh, crisp dash dance coming in from Fiction on the tech chase.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Damn.
This
He was
counter pick,
all over
yeah.
Westballz that whole entire stock.
This counter pick is working out amazing for Fiction. Westballz not able to find any of his training mode combos, I'm amazed Fiction teched that, honestly, because I had no idea it was going to be a down air. Maybe I should have at this point in the set, but
his defensive game the whole set, I think, is part of the reason why Westballz isn't able to get his training mode combos. He seems super prepared, especially against Falco.
Yeah, right here, West slowing down his movement. He's trying to just find his way, you know, not just actually get openings, because he's getting hits, but they're not turning into anything major. Get that quick fastball into shorten. Westballz playing it safe. Fiction using the soft aerials for knockdown.
Oh.
Keep Westballz up close so he can force the tech chase, get that finishing grab.
I can't believe that dare worked. It seemed very telegraphed.
I think it's just because he didn't fastball.
Yeah.
So he had more time to drift over the up tilt, just catch him like kind of with his tail feathers. Over on the other stream, we got Zane Club going on. People making a lot of noise for that.
Zane taking a game. They have opposing Panda global jersey colors. It's like some Star Wars stuff.
Ooh, Fiction. Really nice counter shine that just happens not to hit. It's like when you perfectly call out a counter with Marth and they miss because you're falling slower.
Yeah.
And then you get punished. Westballz picking up a nice lead, and he has a lot of room here to avoid gimps. I'm liking the patient drift away.
And it seems like he's able to close out stocks. Westballz, that is.
Oh,
wow.
That's more the kind of Westballz combo game that you expect to see like in a spacey set from him. It's no surprise that the one he gets it on, he suddenly finds himself with a very commanding lead. Is going to extend? No, Fiction with a slide off.
Ooh, calls it out with the up tilt.
Yep. Westballz control.
Woo!
Dunkin' Donuts.
And just good preparation to be ready for the regular getup.
Yep. Right here, Fiction, I'm not 100% sure about him just trying to stay perfectly in the corner without real pressure. Because he's behind, you know? Westballz is going to stay in the wings, shoot lasers at him, locking up his movement.
I think the thing about Fiction is just this whole set, his punish game is, I'm so confident in it that if he does get like the one opening,
yeah, let me get a counter hit, knock you down, and then find a tech chase, grab, and I'll blow you up. I don't have to pressure you in the corner, he says in his voice. Ooh. Westballz actually trying to call out the jump, steal it.
Yeah, trying to bite off a little too much. Yeah. But I respect it because he hasn't been getting juicy combos. Set yourself up for an opportunity to take one. That's a momentum swing.
Yeah, plus stealing jumps is a phenomenal way to augment your punish game. When they have one fewer important escape option, it becomes a lot easier to just chase him down and kill him.
You're SOL. Unless you're doing like the Mango up B against Leffen at Genesis 4. Barely scathing away from death.
Yeah, Fiction recognizing Westballz wanted that edge, using that ambiguous spot with the up B. It's like one of the biggest developments in spacey meta was finding those ambiguous locations off the stage where you could snap to edge, where you could go straight, you could go high, or you could reach the side platform. They give you so much control and just turn it into pure reading at that point. No tells. Fiction, you're a very livey man.
Yeah.
Right now. Look at that.
I think Westballz helps him with some of these dares. He got a jab. He's at 160. You could just back air and close it.
The one downside to that is he does have to dash forward to do it, and if he's at the edge,
yeah.
If he short hop back airs, falls off the stage and whiffs. You know? I feel like just keep slamming him into the ground. It gives you control. He did get the stock after all. Took him a little longer than maybe he would have liked.
But as long as you're still up 2 stocks, you're not too sweat.
Yeah, and I just got the damage right here. No jump from Fiction, but he's got tempo. I think that's a dead bird. Yeah.
You called it right, but it should go to a game 5 for all intents and purposes.
That's what it feels like. Not just the percent, not just the stock, but just kind of the flow of the match right now.
The way they've been playing.
Yep, Westballz keeping his back to him, saying I'm going to throw out these soft back airs. Try and find the big hit.
And it feels like the way Westballz plays, where he like spaces out these back airs and these dares and always has like retreating aerial, seems like if he's up, it's very hard to come back on him.
Yeah.
If he's able to get a lead, he should be money.
Yeah, maybe that's a result of his emphasis on like defensive play.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of feel when he's behind, he's not sure if he should be defensive or offensive. And so he kind of goes halfsies.
Yeah, that's where I feel like he falters for sure.
Yeah, but
that's
if he's
where
ahead, he says, okay, I'm going to be defensive. I'm just going to keep locking you down. And then you fall into his clutches on his terms, so he's ready with his punch. So maybe given that, this Game 5 is going to be very dependent on who gets the first big lead. But right now, looking like it might be Fiction. Excellent short.
And a couple opportunities from Fiction. Squandered from Westballz. Good recovery. Good defensive options.
Westballz just bounces up, but he touched down. Another good short.
So far, though, I mean, like, Westballz has made it back. But Fiction's giving himself like 3-4 opportunities to take the stock. And Westballz has had none.
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to need to make this kill. It does. We're back to even. No major lead.
Okay. That's a blessing.
And a little uncharacteristic of Fiction, burning all of his resources to chase Westballz into the sky there. Maybe he's assuming, hey, he's not actually going to open me up. Westballz trying to drift back, keep the aerials.
I think he's gotten more aggressive as the set's gone on, Fiction.
Keep the wall up. That little bounce off shine. Oh, charge cancel tech. Fiction feeling a little sad that he actually hit that move at that point.
A shield grab and a spot dodge, easily sniffed out. Yep. But nothing big.
And these guys are both, they're kind of playing stilted, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm going to just use multiple resources to space a move. Then they get a hit, but then they don't have anything to chase with.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if you burn your double jump to get a high down air, you're not following up.
Yeah, it's over. The combo's over.
And it's cool because it's safe damage, but at the same time, you gotta keep pursuing.
It feels like they know if the other player gets like a large lead, a huge one stock lead, or maybe 2 stock lead, that it's probably curtains. So they're both intentionally playing this way.
Yeah.
Which has made it so much slower than the other 4 games.
And something wild about Battlefield, when you get tagged with lasers from those up Bs, and you have to forward B in order to go quickly back to the stage, you don't really have as much leeway like to aim for an edge.
You can't choose, You don't have that liberty.
So you've just got to throw it out. And going for like mid-shortens off of laser stun counter, it's not a thing. It's really hard to do.
Because you're already spamming to even try to get them side B.
Yeah, right there, he's still at that mid-distance. He needs a slightly
That's exactly what you're just talking about. He got hit by the laser, spammed it, went for the shorten, but...
And then it killed him.
Ooh, crowd wants Westballz.
Yep. And this is actually the closest game I think they've had yet. Going into the last stock with no clear winner. Westballz in the corner. He's got to watch out for the Gimp.
Yeah, he started out this stock a little shaky.
He's keeping safe with these aerials, but he's actually not getting hits as a result.
Good crouch cancel, not much off of it. I think he read the tournament winner. Ooh.
Wants to recover high. Just to roll away.
Terrified. Get me out of there, dude.
This is a nail biter. Who's it going to be? Oh, this is what I mean. They're doing this like little stilted dancing hits, and they just want to get the one that helps them win.
Fiction going for some brave offstage plays. No jump.
He's toast.
Oh, no, he still has one.
I believe that's it.
But still off.
Wow.
And look at Westballz, none in the background, looking over like a proud father.
Holy smokes.
A huge win for Westballz.
Man, both of those players were just, they were emphasizing poke and spacing so much.
Yeah.
That ultimately, I feel it came down to who was going to DI the poke opener worse.
Yeah.
And go farther off stage and let them capitalize anyhow. Because a lot of the time, they were just going to make it, bounce to a platform, reset neutrals. All you're doing is getting percent and trying not to die.
Yeah.
They're not getting big openers. They're not like...
Not even close.
No.
There wasn't one really big opener that game. I mean, Westballz third stock had kind of a string, but